along with the Eastern States Ladies Champion, Nicole Starr, against the #1 contenders for the United States Tag Team Championship, Hojo the Hillbilly and Mr. #1 Eric St.Clair, and their partner for the night will be none other than WOAY wrestling legend Shorty Brown. Now, many of you may remember the old WOAY wrestling from years back. Well, Shorty Brown used to compete on there, and now he competes here at All-Star Championship Wrestling. As you can see, Vandal, McCabe, and Starr are in the ring, waiting for competition. This match will be officiated by senior referee, Mr. Ward Wilson. Should be an interesting affair, and definitely a main event anywhere that you go in this country. Fans seem happy to see St.Clair and Hojo and Mr. Shorty Brown as their team steps up. McCabe seems to have taken issue with the lack of shoes worn by the Hillbilly.
This match is a 30-minute time limit. One call, 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, 291 pounds, Eric St.Clair. His partners, 341 pounds from the hills of West Virginia, Hojo the Hillbilly. And they're joined by former WOAY TV wrestling legend, Shorty Brown. Their opponents weighing a combined weight of 474 pounds. From the great state of Alabama, Mike McCabe, Gary Vandal, the Devil's Duo. Their partner is the Eastern States Ladies Wrestling Champion, Nicole Starr. Referee Ward Wilson.
And with that, we have the particulars out of the way, and we can get this television main event going. Ward Wilson giving some last-minute instructions to both teams, it seems like. It seems like we may get underway here any time. Both teams seem to be strategizing. St.Clair and Hojo seem to be talking it over. Shorty seems to be on board, and it seems like St.Clair will start for his team, and McCabe will start for his. The advantage of experience would definitely go to the team of Hojo, St.Clair, and Shorty Brown, not simply because of Brown's experience. Hojo and St.Clair, both well over 10 years in this business. McCabe claiming there was a hair pull. There's been a lot of that tonight. Might need to look into that. That or, maybe we should get Hair Club for Men as a sponsor. But anyway, I digress. Ward Wilson asking the people, telling St.Clair, I don't think you did it, but you know what? If you did, don't do it again. Again, combatant circle. St.Clair with a quick waist lock, takes the head, has him in a headlock takeover, controls McCabe down. Ward Wilson checks to see if the shoulder's down for a quick pin. St.Clair maintaining control of McCabe via his head. Now both men work back to the vertical bases. McCabe backs him in, St.Clair into the ropes. Shoots him off and gets a shoulder tackle for his trouble. McCabe seems to be in shock. I'm not sure why. The bigger man hitting the ropes with all that momentum should knock the slightly smaller man down. McCabe, not a small man himself, but Eric St.Clair, weighing in at 281, approximately 6 foot tall, is is no small man. McCabe tags in Gary Vandal. Seems to be the power man of this team. Has a lot of muscle. Not quite as much technical wrestling expertise, but understands what he knows well. Doesn't have to know. You don't have to know everything as long as you know what you know well. Eric Lester reversing the arm. Now gaining control. Has a wrist lock applied. Just cranking on the arm of Vandal. Vandal seems to be in a bit of pain. Tags in Hillbilly. Hojo comes in. Clubbing blow to the shoulder of Vandal. Picks the man up. Rings the arm once himself. Now applies a lower wrist lock. Quickly tags back out. Showing some tag team expertise here. Quick tags in and out to always keep a fresh man in. Once again, maintaining control. Now they tag in Shorty Brown. Brown comes in, maintains control of the arm, gives it a ring for himself. Vandal gouges the eyes of Shorty Brown, gives him a quick forearm, picks him up, drags him back to his corner, tags McCabe back in. McCabe and Vandal seem to work over Brown a little bit in the corner. Now McCabe quickly takes the arm. Gaining control, it seems like. But Brown, using the leverage advantage, quickly comes up and under and takes control of McCabe, tags in St.Clair. St.Clair with the big headbutt on the shoulder. Once again, ringing the arm around, takes control. Gets a poke in the eye for his trouble. Once again, McCabe tagging in Vandal. Vandal coming in strong, but quickly taken down by an arm drag by St.Clair. It's one of the biggest arm drags you'll see in the business today. Now we're working on arm bar. The Hillbilly seems to be coming in for some. Did he just walk across? I'm not sure what's going on here. Now Starr's complaining about the Hillbilly being in. Senior referee Wilson is putting her out, and they both walk across Vandal. Now Brown comes in across Vandal. Now he's walking back out. Wilson's putting him out. Now here comes McCabe now. Walks across his own partner. Wilson finally getting control, it seems like. Everybody's out of the ring it's supposed to be and in the ring it's supposed to be. St.Clair's like, I'm really not sure what just happened, but what the hey, I'm in the party too. Pulls Vandal over for a quick 2 count. Picks his opponent up by the hair. Tags his partner, the Hillbilly. Hojo's in once again. That big right hand right to the shoulder, trying to dislocate it. And there's a forceful hammerlock. And now the Hillbilly just picks him up, almost slings him out of the ring, maintains the hammerlock. I can't imagine how much damage that could do to a man's shoulder and elbow, just being lifted up like that. The hammerlock itself is a dangerous hold, can easily dislocate a shoulder, and then you add the added force of being lifted again. Oh my. Vandal is in excruciating pain. Looks like the Hillbilly is just cranking it up another notch. Reaches out and finally tags his partner. A little miscommunication there. First we've seen out of this duo. Fist drop by St.Clair. And applies an arm bar on Vandal. Vandal trying to regain a vertical base here, but he's in excruciating pain. His left arm is bound to be getting numb almost from lack of blood from these vicious holds. Now Brown comes in, delivers a forearm, tries to take control of that left arm in two, rings it around, and catches a thumb and a finger in the eye. Vandal quickly tags out to Nicole Starr, her first action of the night. She comes in and big forearm to the back of Brown. Brown still dazed from the thumb to the eye. Picks the man up, flying mares him over, drops down. Grapevine in the legs. Looks like it's going to be a body scissors. Yes, working the body scissors. Taking them muscular legs that she has and just wrapping them around his body, trying to squeeze the life out of him. Hojo and St.Clair trying to get the crowd into it a little bit, trying to get Shorty up. Oh, but Starr quickly gouges his eyes again. Brown may need retina surgery after this, folks. Cranks his arm up, tags in McCabe. McCabe hits the ropes. Big stomp to the back of Shorty Brown and another. This WOAY legend is getting his hand, now can't say on TV, but he's getting it handed to him, that's for sure. Cinching in that arm bar now, right on Shorty Brown's back, putting all of his weight on him, making him support both himself and McCabe. Backs the man into the ropes, tying him up it looks like, giving him a little chokey choke. St.Clair says, I've had enough. Him and Hojo try to come over and help, but cut off at the pass for Ward Wilson, allowing the Devils duo to do their dirty work on Brown. Gary Vandal in now. He's got the blatant choke on the man tied up in the ropes. Starr comes into the ring and moves around, and now Vandal picking up his opponent by and just punching him back down. Brown could be on Dream Street here, really and truly. Shorty Brown, as game of fighters there's ever been, but definitely no spring chicken here. And Vandal, the much younger and stronger man, just seems to have his number at this point. Vandal taunting him, and Brown fights back. Huge punch to the breadbasket and another. And now one to the side of the head and another. But right back to the eyes. Cuts the man off. There's nothing that Brown can do at this point. Every time he seems to be getting back to his feet and fighting up, he just gets knocked back down with that shot to the eyes that this team seems to have perfected. McCabe, huge punch to the gut. Starr getting on the crowd while her men are just beating the heck out of this poor man. Russian leg sweep. Brown is more than likely out here. There's nothing he can do. He's well cradled. But St.Clair breaks it up with a slap to the face. McCabe just did not see that coming. Huge double sledge to the back. Getting behind him, picking him up. Modified version of the camel clutch, just wrenching on the neck and back. Brown's down, drops the elbow on him. Rolls him over, gonna go for a quick pin here, it looks like. 1, 2. Brown able to roll that shoulder up, able to shift his weight. Veteran expertise there, just being able to find that weak spot in the pin and shift his weight and lift that shoulder up. May not have been a wise choice at this time. Might have been a discretion, better part of valor. He might have just took the pin and saved himself a beat. Irish whips him across. McCabe's like, this is it. It's over. And he misses. Brown's down. McCabe is staggered. Just looks like the wind's been knocked right out of him. Both men, whoever can make a tag here is going to gain a big advantage. And right there it was. There was the big tag. Hojo and St.Clair. And Fists of Fury in the ring. There's an elbow. All three members of the opposing tag team are just staggered at this point. Meeting of the minds between the Devils duo. St.Clair has Vandal. Hojo has McCabe. Choo-choo, train wreck time. Right down in the middle of the ring. Seems like they've come up with some idea. St.Clair comes over, gives Starr a quick boot to the belly. Irish whipping McCabe across into the ropes. Oh no, they're stacking them up like cordwood, it looks like. Here's Vandal on top of McCabe. And Starr's a boost on this little train ride. Or is she? Oh no, there's one more car. Oh, smash a Rooney in the corner. Everybody falls down. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. McCabe out of the ring. Starr down in the middle of the ring. Hojo trying to get hold of Vandal. Vandal doing his best to escape. Doesn't get away. Wilson, senior referee Wilson following Hojo and Vandal. Shorty Brown has the pin in the ring. Making the count himself. Oh my Lord, he would have just won the match if Wilson was in the ring. Seems staggered still. Doesn't quite know where he's at. McCabe, it seems like, has took St.Clair down, wrapped the chain around his fist, and oh my Lord, Shorty Brown is down and out at this point. Now Nicole Starr getting her wind back, figuring out where she's at. Wait a second, she sees what's going on. Goes for the quick cover, but she too sees that there's no referee. And bap! Boot to the head. Eric St.Clair just knocked her out, but Shorty Brown on top. Hojo throws the referee back in. And there you have it, folks, the winners of this match. Eric St.Clair, Hojo the Hillbilly, and Shorty Brown. We'll be back right after this short commercial message with an interview with Hojo and St.Clair.
嬉しいことがありそうです。ジュエリーはあなたの力、ロマン輝く。幸子が結婚おめでとうって書いたら郵便局へ行ってレタックスレタックスレタックス結婚式のお祝いに郵便局のレタックスレタックス終わりなき人間対サイボーグの激闘近未来サバイバルアクションネメシス桜屋全店に次ぐ君たちが庶民の味方と名乗るならとことん安くしろ安くしろ安くしろ安くしろご要望にお応えして桜屋歳末大バーゲン全店で実施中鳥居組反戦組が引き分けて17
2 weeks off the hanging by Cuban and the drug house crawl and everything. It's just good to be back. But I gotta tell you something. The whole time I've been recruiting, the whole time, every bit of it, I now have a full doctor's release. Full? So you know what that means. It's time. That's it. You tell them. It's time. Right now we're going to next week. Right next week. You promised us at the hanging. You said anything we want, but you do it right in this ring. What we're doing is very simple. Very simple. Very simple. We want a piece of work on each one of our wrists. We want a Cuban or a Sims attached to the other end. It don't matter. It don't matter which one. It don't matter at all. They can bring 4 or 5 of them for all we care. We want a cowbell, right? We're going to take that cowbell. I can't say that on TV. My grandma would just shoot me. What Hojo's trying to say is next week in Mullins, we want that double bull rope match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here first. Double bull rope match. Eric St.Clair and Hojo the Hillbilly versus the Cuban Assassin and Sergeant Gunny Sims right here next week. Double bull rope match.
Yeah! Come on!
Thank you.